Here comes, guys.
Kami yo, ご覧ください。オンパロスは勝利を収め、再送機が間もなく訪れます。
Japanese.
本当にそうでしょうか。
Japanese.
最近
What happened to
エリ
English?
シオンの景色がまぶたの裏をよぎるんだ。
Wait, no more English.
再創生の偉業を成し遂げてく
Dude,
だ
I
さい。
paid for English, man.
新世界は
I paid for English.
黎明を灯す。
Wow, so cool, man.
そこをもたらそう。
So cool. Wait, they do look familiar.
と、あなたが私のマスターか。
Master? Oh my
騎
goodness.
士の魂よ。
Fate Grand Order.
暴風よ。舞い上がれ。
I mean, Fate Stay Night.
もう少し手応えがあると思ったのに
Archer? Dude, I love Archer,
気
man.
は熟した逃げ場はない
Everybody loves Archer, right?
あらゆる邪悪を打ち滅ぼせ。セイバー。
汝は開白の黎明が訪れるまで灼熱の太陽を背負い続ける。
死者を花から呼び出して殺し合わせて勝者が全てを手に入れるのか。
行かなくちゃいけない。背負わないといけないんだ。
キノコにも
Okay,
伝
who's
説
the
は
other
あ
good?
れど英雄はいないと。
お任せを。
私見ました。壊滅。これにて完成。宝石の余震をもって来世に暁を。
For the sun is set to die. Wait, straight up redemption code? What the heck? Okay, use the redemption code, guys. Guys, redemption code. VTULSXP. Okay. Yo, this dude is so cool, man. Yo, is this dude not cool or not, guys? You already saw leaks. Leaks? Oh my god, my favorite, leaks. So you don't have to play the game anymore, you just see everything in leaks. They pushed this dude into my face. What do you mean they push this dude to you? Who is pushing the dude to your face? Where's Albert? Albert time?
Hey, Mr. Albert?
English.
Owlbert.
Woo! And whether or not you
Wow.
have a day-night cycle, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome
Wow.
to the version 3.4 for The Sun is Set to
Yo, what do you
Die
guys think?
Special program. I'm your most beloved host, Albert.
Albert.
Rebooting really does solve all problems.
Skip
Now
the
we
stories.
can introduce ourselves.
Story skipper.
Hi, everyone. I'm Finan. I'm so happy to be on the special program.
He didn't went on
Hello,
strike.
everyone. I'm
He didn't went on strike.
Anaxagoras.
Nice to see all of you again. Did you miss me?
Oh, of course we missed you. Well, dear guests, welcome to the show.
Two dudes.
I have been looking forward to this
Dude.
special program more than anything else. The way the story in the last version left off had my heart racing.
The burning
It's a lot of
sky
dudes, man. It's a lot.
and the fall of dawn. Akuma was the last place under Kefali's protection, but now it has also sunk into Evernight.
Every
All
night.
of our Chrysosair companions did everything in their power to buy precious time for the Trailblazer and Finan, so they could return the very last core flame to the vortex of Genesis.
Core
We already
flame.
found out the truth. So what do a few sacrifices
Anasar's
matter?
pet is cute.
Every Chrysos heir was
Is that his
prepared
pet,
for
though?
this.
Isn't that just an
You just need to
Amphoreus
boldly take that last step
monster?
toward the Era Nova.
Huh.
But in the trailer just now, it seems like Finan is gonna go through a lot. I saw a few scenes that looked like flashbacks, and
This
I
game is
think I
called
even saw a
Fujoshi.
different form of him.
The truth
Wow.
of Amphoris is about to reveal itself. I assume everyone can already tell that all that's happened in Amphoris is not as simple as it seems.
Indeed. For example, when we went to fight Aquila, we noticed that the Eye of Twilight seemed unusually high-tech.
And when the Dawn device went out, many of the structures in Akuma and the Vortex of Genesis started showing strange textures. It was like the whole world was peeling off.
Mm-hmm. Why don't we take a look back at our whole journey so far in Amphoris?
Same patch as
and lay
Collab,
out
to focus
our
on dude.
suspicions and clues we have.
Dude,
First,
focus,
at the end of the 3.3 story,
Dude needs
the
some
geniuses reveal that the source of Amphoris' tragedy is an
Because
emperor's
everybody is a
scepter
dude
that
hater, right?
survived to this day.
It has something to do
We
with
got no
that
choice.
erudition god beyond the sky, doesn't it? Even though I don't quite understand these
Plus, a lot of people here will
principles,
pull for Final
this
anyways.
breeding ground, which switched from following the path of erudition to the path of destruction, must be hiding secrets beyond Aranova.
In addition, that Tin Man Lygist is also pretty suspicious. He and Finan had a pretty significant conversation in the Vortex of Genesis.
Actually, I was already suspicious of him when he said he could fix the Express and send the Trailblazers back home. Well, the mask is coming off now.
Based on my interactions with him, Lygist doesn't seem to have any desire to oppose the Chrysos heirs. Rather, he only wishes to quietly observe everything as it unfolds.
Could it be that everything that's happened so far is exactly what he wanted to see? That title, Theoros, does mean spectator. If we combine this information with what we know about the relationship between the scepter and paths, maybe Amphoris is
There
being
really is a
used
lot
as a
of dude you can save
chessboard
your
by people
gems.
from beyond this world. And Lygis is one of them.
Oh, you're exactly right. If the situation in the cosmos is like a game of chess, then
Dude,
Amphoris is a trap to set up the checkmate. But
Okay.
who knows? Maybe the chess
Are they
pieces
spoiling the story?
themselves
I
can
feel like they
overturn
are.
the board. The hero's Aranova could affect the worlds beyond the sky, and the Trailblazers' choices may also determine the future of the universe.
But before the Aranova actually arrives, there's no way to tell what it will bring. The Trailblazers have already done so much for Amphoris. I don't want them to have to experience the unknown of Aranova.
As someone from beyond the sky, they already risked a lot by taking on a demigod's divine authority. If something were to happen in the Aranova...
No, we can't let them stay. They have to listen to Finan and go home.
Well said. The Trailblazers
Wow.
won't betray the sincerity you've shown them.
Wow.
However, their fate will still be tied to that of Amphoris. They'll be returning to the battlefield with a very important mission.
On the other hand, I suspect many
Get
of
one
our
copy of
audience
Saber, she will
members,
power crab
like
in
me,
1 or 2
have
patches
some
later.
questions about Finan. That Finan we saw in the Vortex of Genesis
I
at
don't
the
think
end
so,
of the
right?
3.3
She's a
story?
win.
Why was his name
Are they
hidden?
releasing another win?
Maybe that Finan isn't the one we're all familiar with.
Will they rerun Collab characters?
But I'll leave the specific
Rerun?
details for everyone to find
The
out
Collab hasn't even come out, you're
themselves
talking
in the
about
game of
rerun.
version 3.4.
What do you mean rerun?
I've actually got some other information
Did
to
they
reveal
rerun
to
Alloy
you.
and Genshin? No.
What kind
So why would they
of
rerun?
information?
Following the story's progress, as I've written, we'll receive a big update in this version. In these
Okay, big
records
update,
unrecapped,
guys.
you will be able to catch a glimpse of Amphoris' true nature.
Amphoris' true
Before,
nature.
As I've written, was like a storybook, keeping record of our friends' stories.
Wow.
Now, even its appearance has changed. It feels like something big is about to happen.
It looks like it's turned into some kind of database.
You can use this system
Wow.
to unlock even more of Amphoris' secrets.
So you can unlock Amphoris' secrets.
Aside from the major updates,
And you can read
too,
more
as I've
story.
written, the long-awaited skip dialogue
Is
feature,
Honkai
which
Star
was
Rail
previously
guna?
announced, is finally going live
Of course
in version
not.
3.4. Story dialogue can now be skipped by section with
Skip.
plot summaries and the main
Skip.
characters that appeared in each section.
Yo, what do you mean you
displayed
can
along the
skip
way.
now?
Now
Oh
you
my
can choose the pace
goodness.
of storytelling based on your own
Yo,
preferences.
if you give players option
in
to
version
skip,
3.6, there also be
Then nobody will
a
read the story.
recap function.
So if nobody read the
Stay
story?
tuned. But of course,
Yeah, are they
as we
firing
move into version
the
3.4,
story writer?
we shall take the final step of the prophecy together and witness the truth and the fate of this world. And the myriad celestia that Mr. Shaoji hinted at in the version 3.2
Isn't that the destruction
preview
Nanook, right?
is finally going live soon.
Oh,
Wow.
you mean what's happening beyond the sky? Is it also related to Amphorius and Era Nova?
We'll have to keep it
skipping
a secret
story.
for now. Meanwhile,
Story skipper.
we'll be releasing an animated short. This animated short contains a very important part of the story in version 3.4.
Who is this?
Can't spill too much here, but I can give you a little
Is
teaser.
that final when he was a
This
kid?
short will come with its own original theme song. So don't miss it.
Original theme song. Okay,
I
okay.
can't wait to dive into the new story already.
Okay.
Next, why don't we turn our attention to our good friend Viden and take a look at his story together.
Wow. So cool, man. Okay, show. Wow, look at that. Knight in shining armor. Everybody has been wanting a white knight. Wow. Massive sword. What the heck? Destroy the earth? This animation is so long. I have to watch that every time. That's a very long ultimate animation. Damn.
What in the world happened to Finan to make him change this much?
This
Okay,
is
who is
nothing
pulling? Who
like
is pulling
the
now?
warm,
Guys,
sunny
who is pulling?
person we all know. Now he
No way you're not
seems
pulling, right? After seeing that, you gotta
strange
pull, right? You gotta pull.
formidable.
Oh,
You might just
could
get
you
him.
Elaborate.
You might just get
I
him now.
remember when our buddy first showed up in Amphorius.
Come on, guys. I know you guys want
Finan was one
him.
of the first Chrysosairs to genuinely welcome them. And when danger came knocking, he always had our backs.
But behind that kindness and reliability, Finan carries the expectations of many. He is the deliverer chosen by the prophecy, and Aglaya's hand-picked successor of the Flame Chase journey. Aglaya even used her own death to set him up for success by making the
Shirtless
Council of
must pull.
Elders the focus of criticism, and allowing Finan to step up and rally the people.
Yeah,
Finan, guys.
all of us have high hopes for him. Some
You
even
don't want
call
any
him
of his
the
supports?
deliverer of Amphorius.
Who's his supports?
Even Cypher, who barely ever showed her face, used
Dude
to
with
call
big
him
sword, or
Little
the one that's coming
Deliverer
after,
Boy.
right?
It's as if everyone just assumes that he'll be a savior.
Looks like Gilgamesh.
I'm curious.
Yeah.
Who was Spider like before he joined the Flame Chase journey?
I feel like
Was
my
one of
die
those
is
perfect
cooler
kids
though.
everyone got compared
My
to.
die.
Before the Flame Chase journey, guess we've got to go back to my hometown, Ides Elysiae. It was a small, remote village. Nothing flashy, but far away from the chaos.
Ooh, sounds like a real peaceful place.
It was. And
They
even
spoiled
though the
their story?
village was small, everyone
they
got
spoil their
along
story,
really
guys?
well. There were also beautiful
Guys, why did they
rivers,
spoil their story?
mountains, and even a
Only
forest.
people haven't read yet.
That forest was home to all kinds of little fairies. When I was little, I'd go exploring the woods and visit those
Wow.
cute fairies. When
Fairies.
I wasn't exploring, I'd go play with my friends by the sea. We pretended to be heroes from the old stories and practiced our swordsmanship. When we got tired, we went to lie down in the wheat fields until we got called home for dinner.
No strife, no invaders, or any of that deliverance crisis stuff? Seems like a complete paradise.
The wheat fields look gorgeous too. Lying there surrounded by golden waves of wheat, with the breeze carrying that sweet malted scent. Oh, just the
You like
thought of it
watching
is enough to
story.
get me excited.
Really?
And guess what? You won't have to imagine for long. In version 3.4, we get to explore Ides Elysiae alongside the Trailblazer. Learn about Finan's past, how he
What?
became a warrior, joined the Flame
Elysiae?
Chase, and grew into the person he is today.
Can't wait!
From a carefree little kid to the deliverer carrying everyone's hopes, you've really come a long way.
These days, Finan just gives off this the heaviness.
Is it worth
Like he'd
to start
still
Honkai
press
Star Rail
on no
now?
matter how exhausted, just
Now?
to live up to everyone's expectations.
Emporus needed a
Is it
hero,
worth to start
so
now?
he became one.
Ugh.
The Chrysos heirs needed
There's a lot
hope
of dudes
and a
now.
leader.
If you like dudes, I guess so.
That's who he became. Looking back at the main art for this version, even though Finan's face is still the same, his whole vibe has shifted. His gaze is now sharp and commanding.
If spoilers.
Completely different from before. Now we're just one step away from the era Nova that the prophecy foretold. The deepest truths of Emporus are about to come to light. What trials lie ahead, and what choices will Finan make?
A hero's journey is never easy. But if the will in your heart is strong enough, no fire can burn you out. If anything, every trial is just a forge for an even brighter soul. I am more than ready.
Well said. Then let's let everyone experience it all themselves in version 3.4. Now let's take a look at how Finan performs in battle.
You got it. I'll first show up in the familiar
Wow,
form
okay.
everyone knows. When using my
Normal
skill,
skill.
I'll deal damage to one designated enemy and adjacent targets.
Zoop.
The use of my skill also grants me core flames. Once I've collected enough of them, I can activate my ultimate.
Wait, so core flames only come from using your skill?
Oh, Bronya is good then,
Not at
right?
all. Finan can also gain core flames when he's selected as a target by a teammate or enemy ability.
Bronya
if he
is
the
back.
target of a teammate's ability,
Oh my
Finan will
goodness.
deal even more damage.
Bronya.
When I use my
meta.
ultimate, I'll create a territory and transform.
After transforming, Finan powers up massively. Teammates temporarily retreat and can't take action, while he faces the enemy head-on with newfound strength.
Wow.
All alone? That sounds way too
Wow.
risky.
No worries. All the talents and buffs from Finan's teammates still stay active to provide him with much-needed support.
Exactly. After using the core flames to transform, I have access to the powers of 3 kinds of titans: Creation, Calamity, and Foundation.
Foundation.
Each with a brand new ability.
Care to elaborate on that?
Tapping into the power of the Creation Titans, I can deal damage to one designated enemy and adjacent targets. Calling upon the power of the Calamity Titans, I'll enter a special state called Soul Scorch. In this state, I'll force all enemies to immediately take action, during which I receive reduced damage, and each hit I take builds up the Soul Scorch stack.
Okay.
Once all enemies have taken action, I retaliate, dealing damage to all enemies and then unleashing multiple instances of damage on one random enemy.
Heads
Counter-attack.
up. The more Soul Scorch stacks he's got, the stronger that counterattack hits.
Wow.
Using these 2 abilities also grants me an exclusive charge called Scourge, which fuels my 3rd ability. With the power of the Foundation Titans, I dispel all debuffs on myself, then use Scourge Charge to deal bounce damage. If I've maxed out the consumable Scourge Charge, I also slam all enemies with extra damage.
Once all his actions have been used up, Finan will unleash one final blow, hitting all enemies before removing the territory. Finan's technique is pretty unique too. Upon casting
That's so
it,
cool.
Finan instantly strikes
this?
all enemies in a certain radius. If they're normal enemies, they're immediately wiped out without
What?
even triggering a battle.
Yeah, that's so good for simulated universe.
All enemies? That's nuts.
Of
That's
course,
nuts,
power
man.
comes with a cost.
That's nuts.
This technique consumes 2 technique points.
2
If
points.
the technique misses, it won't cost any points. Plus,
Ooh.
when Finan's in the team, the technique point cap goes
Acheron
up
in
by
shambles?
3.
No more
When I use my
Acheron.
technique to enter combat,
Wait, he got 8
I'll also
points?
regenerate energy
How
from
does
my
he got 8
teammates.
points?
In addition, at the start of each wave, I'll deal damage to all enemies and gain Scourge.
I see.
All right. Now that we've wrapped up
Okay.
Finan's combat abilities, it's time to bring you some updates on a few familiar faces. In version 3.4, Silverwolf, Blade, Kafka, and Jingliu
Jingliu?
are all getting some serious enhancements.
Wow.
Let's go!
Ding!
Oh, Mr. Albert, please do tell us what's changing.
Let's start with
Silver,
Silverwolf.
my favorite.
After the optimization,
Silverwolf.
her ultimate now lowers the defense of all enemies instead
All enemies.
of just one.
Oh, so it's
AoE.
AoE now, not single target.
Exactly. Meanwhile, she'll prioritize adding a weakness that matches the type of the first character in your lineup. On top of that, Silverwolf will regenerate extra energy at the start of combat and the beginning of each turn.
Oh, that makes it a lot easier to apply the weakness we actually want.
Next up, Kafka.
Okay.
After the buffs, Kafka's skill will trigger more DOT on
More
enemies.
DOT.
And whenever a teammate hits an enemy target with any kind of attack, Kafka will launch a follow-up attack. After unlocking certain traces, the follow-up attack can also trigger extra DOT on the enemy. And using her ultimate recovers the number of times the follow-up attack can be triggered.
So basically, Kafka's got more frequent follow-up attacks, better efficiency applying debuffs,
Wow.
and an overall boost to DOT output.
Wait, DOT is
For
back.
sure.
DOT is
Now
back.
for Blade.
Blade,
After
my
the update,
favorite
he will
Blade.
deal damage to enemies based
Okay.
on his max HP.
Okay.
When Blade enters the Hellscape state,
Okay.
he's more likely to be attacked, and his follow-up attacks will regenerate extra energy.
Wow.
Sounds like Blade can trigger more follow-ups.
Yo, Blade lovers,
and use his ultimate
rise
more
up.
often, meaning
Rise
his total
up.
damage output's gonna spike.
Good observation. A change will happen to Jing Liu as well.
Jing
Now
Liu?
she'll deal damage to enemies based on her max HP.
Max
Each
HP.
time a teammate loses HP, Jing Liu stacks extra crit damage. After she enters the spectral transmigration state,
Okay.
she'll also gain a stack of syzygy. That means the spectral
Zoop,
transmigration
zoop,
state
zoop.
lasts longer, and her
Wow, it's
overall
been
damage
decades since I
output
used her.
climbs even higher accordingly.
Our old friends sure are getting some solid upgrades. But with all these ability reworks, won't their Eidolons be affected?
Oh, don't worry, Professor Anaxa. Some of our old friends' Eidolons will be tweaked to better match the revamped kits, making sure everything stays in sync.
Wow.
But what if someone wants to stick with their previous version of their abilities?
That won't be a problem. You can switch between our friends' ability modes freely, so choose whichever version
Can switch
you
freely?
like best. For more details, be sure to keep an eye out for official announcements.
Sounds good.
Aside from the ability reworks, one more old friend of ours
Jing
is getting
Liu
something
is a
neat
Herta
this
killer.
time around.
Oh, who is it?
In version 3.4, Firefly's brand new outfit, Spring Missive, is making its debut.
Firefly outfit.
A new outfit.
Look at that.
New outfit.
Ooh, let's take a look at the video clip first.
Wow. Guna game. Wow. Everybody's
With her
favorite.
school uniform on, Firefly looks more youthful
Okay,
than
who's buying?
ever.
Who's buying, guys?
And that firefly-shaped
Spring
brooch on her
Missive.
chest. You can tell she put a lot of
Missive,
thought into
okay?
picking it out.
Not
Maybe she
massive,
even
but
asked for
missive.
fashion advice from her fellow Stellaron hunters.
Well, Miss
Firefly.
Kafka does have an eye for style. They must have talked a lot
Gacha
about
skin.
it behind the scenes.
No, it's not gacha.
Even her
skin.
mech's had a makeover. You think she spruces it up during downtime to match her outfit changes?
I think it's about
Totally
$20,
possible.
right? $20 to $30.
If I had a mech, I'd also probably coordinate it with my outfit. New theme, new colors. The whole look has to be consistent. You'll be able to grab Firefly's new look from the contract shop using Oniric shards. And again, please stay tuned for further details and future official announcements. Next, let's take a look at this version's banners. In
Okay.
version 3.4's first half warp event, Trailblazers can acquire the limited 5-star character Finan.
Finan.
The limited 5-star light cone thus burns the dawn. will
Okay.
have a boosted drop rate.
That is so
Also,
cool.
a brand new 4-star light cone for the Path of Remembrance, the story's next page,
What?
is being added to the first half banner.
Remembrance.
At the same time, we'll also kick off a
3B
special warp
rerun.
event. The limited 5-star characters, Treeby, Sunday,
Sunday.
and Sparkle are coming back.
Sunday is back.
5-star light cones if time were a flower.
Okay, who's getting
Rather
Sunday,
than
guys? Who's getting Sunday?
Earthly Escapade will return as well. In the second half of version 3.4, we've got
Firefly.
another round of special warp events. Limited 5-star characters, Firefly, Jing Liu, and Blade will be back along with the limited 5-star light cones. We're about
Jing
to
Liu
dreams
rerun.
rest.
Okay, makes sense.
I shall
Yeah,
be my
Jing Liu
own
rerun.
sword and the unreachable side.
Maybe I'll pull for Blade. What do you
Two
guys
of our
think?
newly buffed old friends
Cool
are
for
making a
Blade?
comeback in this version.
But Blade is already in
What
the
about
standard banner.
Kafka and Silverwolf?
Here's a little sneak peek. Limited 5-star characters, Kafka and Silver Wolf.
6
will
banner.
be back in version 3.5.
It's a scam?
And the
What do you mean it's a
5-star
scam?
light cones, patience is all you need,
not a scam.
and incessant rain. will
This is
rerun
greedy?
as well.
Greedy?
Also, 8 new 4-star light cones will
Okay.
be added to the Nameless Honor rewards in version 3.4.
8 new 4-star.
I see quite a few familiar faces on the
8.
light cones. There are a few mini versions of Chrysos heirs.
Looks like Finan really does enjoy
where do you get
spending
this
his
from?
days in
Where
the
do you get
wheat
this from?
fields.
Nature's
8
mattress.
new 4-star?
Can't beat that level of comfort.
That's a lot,
For
that's a
sure.
lot, right?
All right,
Battle Pass.
let's take a quick break.
Battle
There's still
Pass,
more
guys.
version 3.4 content coming your way.
Guys, they need to make money, alright? Billion-dollar company. Need to make money. Okay, let me see. ZS 36 CV MT. Make sure you guys get 3B, alright? 3B is important. They need money to pay VA. Pay VA. Pay VA when they can use AI. Why pull when you can lose 50-50 to get a blade? Damn.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at the events in
Okay.
this version. A piece of good news comes from Penacony at the
Origami
other end
Bird
of the
Clash.
Cosmos. Origami Bird Clash is about to
Which one
return
is this again?
in version 3.4.
Oh, is that the Cute Match 3 game?
That's right. The International Peace Corporation has officially sponsored Origami Bird Clash and hopes to promote this arcade game full of Penaconian flavor throughout the whole cosmos. And the first step to starting that grand venture will be to open up the original shop arcade on the Trailblazers Radiant Feldspar.
There needs to be some new game modes for the game to make a name for itself, right?
Of course.
Oh,
This time,
I like this
the
one.
2 players will take turns acting on
Wow.
the same field, and every player has a set number of moves. You can eliminate 4 or more fruits to form bombs
This is
and
so fun,
obtain
man.
extra moves.
You can
Do you guys
also
like this
get
one as
extra
well?
moves when you swap 2 super bombs to trigger a combo
Super
elimination.
bombs.
Oh no! I see obstacles popping up on the field. How are we supposed to deal with those?
Not to worry.
Damn.
In this version of the Origami
Bird
Bird Clash,
Crash.
there will be lots of new items that can help you in battle.
Okay.
For example, Shattering Hammer can eliminate any individual fruit or obstacle. Spicy Bomb can turn a fruit into a bomb,
Spicy
and Reset
Bomb.
Cube can reset all fruits on the field. Leveling up items will also make them more powerful.
As long as you pick the right item at the right time, you can turn the tide and deliver a powerful blow to your opponent.
There are plenty of familiar faces among our opponents this time.
That's right. Trailblazers can still battle against many old friends in this event. In addition to participating in story challenges, Trailblazers can also do open challenges with friends from across the universe. This multiplayer mode won't end with version 3.4 either.
Okay.
Origami Bird Clash will replace the Seal Slammers multiplayer mode and become the new long-term co-op game mode.
We're done slamming seals. Now it's time
Candy
for slamming
Crush.
paper birds.
Everybody loves
Alright,
Candy Crush.
Let us continue with more.
You like
version
eating kids and
content.
wins?
Our
Beat
old
kids
friend
then.
Gift of Odyssey returns as usual in version 3.4.
Nice. Okay, 10 pulls.
The Planar Fissure and
Okay.
Realm of the Strange events will also return. Complete the challenges to get double rewards.
Yep. In version 3.4, Stagnant Shadow, Shape of Cinders, will also come online. And you can obtain the Ascension material, Charred Bud of
This will
Twilight,
find on
for
himself,
win
right?
characters upon completing the challenge.
Makes sense.
At the same time,
Oh, already?
the planar
New
ornaments,
artifact?
Arcadia of Woven Dreams, and Revelry
There's
by
too
the
many
Sea
artifacts, man.
will also come online.
Too many.
Trailblazers can obtain them in the Divergent universe.
Ah, why did my seat collapse?
But I guess they want you to constantly farm, right? So that you constantly
In
go
addition,
log into the
I'd
game
like
to
to
farm.
share with you some information about a few events outside the game. First, the annual Hoyo Fest Off-White exhibition will begin in July.
Yo,
This
GB.
year's event venues have been completely
Hoyo Fest
upgraded,
GB.
and the events will be held in core cities in 6 Southeast Asian countries.
Wow.
That's right! We've also prepared a lot of event missions and new merchandise. Please follow our official channels for details about the events and tickets.
In addition, Honkai Star Rail will be joining Anime Expo this July. Come visit the Star Rail booth and claim free limited gifts.
Los
A
Angeles
special panel
Convention
for
Center.
Honkai Star Rail will also be held at Anime
Wow.
Expo, featuring several special guests.
Please keep an eye out
Who
for
is
more info
Hayden
and official
Daviau?
announcements. See you at Anime
Guys, is
Expo.
Hayden Daviau he,
Well,
him, or she, her?
Thank you all for your kind introduction. Let me see. We're almost out of time.
Man, that's woke as heck,
Moving
man.
on to our next
That's
show
such a
in
woke
just a second.
question.
You seem
What is
mighty
that?
busy.
Is that
Albert.
if I can't tell a guy or a girl,
professional super host.
how can I know to call them sir or not?
Miss Albert.
You cannot.
Hey,
What if you
what's
call
going
them
on?
sir?
It's not my
You know?
time yet.
You gotta be able to tell gender, right? If you can't tell gender, you cannot call sir.
Whether or not your world has the concept of a holy grail.
What the?
Welcome
Two
to
more
the live
dudes.
stage of the Honkai Star Rail and Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works
Fate
Collab
Stay Night.
Special program.
Okay, guys.
Long
Serious.
time no see, everyone.
Adventuring.
I'm a
Fate
venturing
Stay
from the
Night.
Interastral Peace
Two
Corporation.
dudes. Two dudes.
Howdy, Galaxy Ranger
Dudes are winning,
Boot
guys.
Hill.
If you guys
At
think
your
waifus are winning,
service.
think again.
Welcome, both of you. I, Albert, have apparently been summoned by the Holy Grail
Okay.
to be this show's host today.
Albert, could your class be
Why Boot Hill?
speaker?
Oh, he will appear, is it? He will
Son of a
appear.
gun. Ah, that's
Is
funny.
Honkai Star Rail a dude game now?
Maybe you two can
Yes.
call me presenter instead. That sounds nicer.
Well, presenter doesn't sound half bad.
They want you to
In that
pull for male
case,
characters.
why don't you present the situation to our audience?
There's a reason why these two dudes are still
Explain what
meta.
you meant by summoned by the Holy Grail and why we've arrived at Penacony.
Well, the cosmos is full of surprises.
Who should
Soon
you pull
after
as a
the
new
ripples
player?
of the Charmony Festival had calmed, the Trailblazer received a secret invitation from old Odie, head of the Alfalfa family. It turns out that
Final
the
is
old
quite good if
Jen
you
is
want,
planning
but
a brand new
3D is good
entertainment
if you have
spectacle
AOE.
called Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail War.
Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail War.
Holy Grail War.
Sounds like a Holy Grail War is taking
Okay.
place in the Sweet Dream.
That's right, but I
New
have
player
no
full
idea
blade.
where old
What do you
Odie
mean
got his
blade,
Holy
man?
Grail from. Let me give
Blade
a brief
sucks,
explanation of everything here. It's said that the Holy Grail is a wish-granting chalice that can
Okay.
manifest any miracle. And the Holy Grail War is a magecraft ritual for obtaining that power. As long as you win in the brutal contest of the Holy Grail War, the Grail can fulfill your wishes.
That daggum Wubba Boot Charmony Festival has only just concluded, and they're putting on a new show already.
Holy Grail War.
Hey, don't forget that Penacony prides itself
should
on
give
being
you
a
free
holiday
Fushan.
resort. How are they gonna attract tourists if they
Fushan
don't
is in
have
the
any
standard banner now.
events? Besides, didn't the last Charmony Festival have a little accident? I mean, that probably wasn't great for Penacony's image. The family's definitely gonna want to find another opportunity to generate some buzz.
Well, I heard that old Odie hopes to make the Penacony and Holy Grail War into a new show that rivals the Charmony Festival, therefore returning Penacony to the cosmic limelight.
With dreams as the gimmick, the show is sure to attract a lot of money and a lot of dream chasers. I bet old Odie
Nice
is thinking
laugh.
of the same thing.
This Sweet
Attract
Dreams
tourists.
and the Holy Grail
True.
War program will be conducted in Penacony. The 7 invited participants will summon famous historical figures to fight alongside them
Oh,
as
so
their
we are going back to
servants. And the
Penacony.
final winner
Makes
will
sense.
receive the precious opportunity to make their wish come true.
Chance to make any wish and any miracle come true. Well, that's definitely a nice gimmick. But, as we all know,
All you want for
people
Christmas is
die
no dudes.
if they're killed.
Yo, what's wrong
Bullets
with
don't
dudes?
discriminate. So,
Dudes, I
someone
mean,
gets caught in the crossfire.
Rest assured, everyone, the Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail War production crew hereby swear that no one's life will be in danger in the dream. Everyone can participate and watch in peace.
All right. Well, since it's you, Owlbird, I'll believe it for now. So,
Okay, let's see
Who's
the characters. Let's go.
To start off, the owner
Holy
of the
Grail War is
Radiant
cool and all.
Feldspar, shareholder of Penacone Superstar, the Soul Glad Festivity, our dear Trailblazer will be participating.
Oh, so the Trailblazer will be taking part in another adventure.
That's right. In addition, Miss Robin will also be a part of this war.
well, as another Penaconian shareholder, the Interastral Peace Corporation's Strategic Investment Department sent me as their representative in the war.
The Galaxy Ranger Boodle will also participate in this Holy Grail War.
Actually, I was just wondering, why is a criminal wanted by the IPC participating in this?
Micah got an invitation too, but he has no time for this. I can't turn a blind eye when someone's in a tight spot, so helping out was the least I could do.
Looks like Mr. Boodle really has formed deep bonds with folks in Dreamflux Reef.
Well, apart from those we've mentioned, are there any other special participants that we've been looking forward to in this Holy Grail War?
Of course. Apart from local Penaconian heroic spirits, 3 very well-known heroic spirits will also
Rise up into your
arrive by
world.
the Grail Summon and participate in this Holy Grail War. They are
Holy Grail War. This
respected
Holy Grail War. That I don't even know what's happening.
Archer
Okay.
and Lancer.
That's what I'm
Wow.
talking about. I wonder which heroic
Wow,
spirit
finally.
will end up accepting a
Saber,
contract with the
Archer.
Trailblazer.
They're
Now,
taking too long.
See? This is how
Of
you
course
attract
it's taking
attention.
too long, right?
Now we're gonna get tons of views.
They're getting paid to
That's
take
why
too
you
long.
pay big bucks to get the big names.
When you get paid
As
to
to
take
what
so
stories
long.
will unfold.
Okay,
in the
here
Sweet
comes.
Dreams
Here
and
comes.
the Holy Grail
Saber
War,
and Archer.
And who will forge a contract with who? Trailblazers will
Keep
have
in mind,
to find
Archer is
out
free.
in the game.
Free?
Here's a reminder
Okay, free.
that the Honkai Star
But maybe you can
Rail
pull for
and
Litecoin,
Fate
right?
Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works collaboration Trailblaze Continuance, Sweet Dreams, and the Holy Grail will officially start on July 11th. So keep an eye
July
out for
11.
it. Now let's learn more about
That's in like
Saber
20
and
more
Archer,
days, 21
our
more days.
2 heroic spirits from another world.
Oh, yes!
Saber's dress seems a little different from usual now that she's arrived in Penacony.
Well, this is the planet of festivities after all. You gotta dress up for the occasion.
Exactly right. The King of Knights' new outfit was personally designed by Mr. Takashi Takeuchi. It retains her iconic blue and white colors.
And her iconic
Wow.
ahoge.
That's right. It retains the nobility of a king and
King.
also emphasizes utility for a warrior. The lines along her shoulders and her cloak are straightforward, while the design of her skirt is quite reminiscent of timeless British fashion. As for how she looks in the game, well...
Ice cream.
い
Wow.
つでも出陣できます
Japanese.
騎士の魂よ
No English. Wait, why is the sword invisible?
ライフエア
Oh, okay. Not bad, not bad.
フェスカイバー聖剣解放
Damn.
Well,
Damn.
butter my fudge and call me a biscuit. That Excalibur truly shows her strength as a
Wow.
king.
Oh, talk about
So cool,
fancy
man.
visuals.
And how come the King
So
of Knights is always stuffing her face?
Okay, okay.
Even in Penacony.
Oh, looks like Penaconian food is very much to her liking.
That's
Ice
right.
cream lover.
You can't fight on an empty stomach. Now, let's see how the King of Knights performs in battle.
Saber is a wind character following the path of destruction.
Wow.
Saber will gain a certain amount of core
Dragon
resonance when
reactor
she
core.
enters battle. If she uses her technique in the overworld,
Okay.
Saber will obtain combat buffs and also more core resonances after entering battle. When she uses her basic attack, she can deal damage to a single enemy.
The King of Knights is cautious as ever in this new world. I see she's still hiding her weapon's appearance and true name.
When she uses her skill, Saber will deal damage to one designated enemy and its adjacent targets.
Okay.
If Saber has enough core resonance
3.
at that time,
So she's a
she'll
blast.
consume core resonance to regenerate massive amounts of energy for herself and increase her skill's damage.
Wow.
In other words, you need to accumulate as much core resonance as possible to increase the damage Saber deals.
Exactly.
Are there any other ways to obtain core resonance?
Yes, there are. Whenever any ally uses their ultimate, Saber obtains core resonance and increases her own damage dealt.
Behold, the King of Knights has dispelled invisible air, barrier
Saber
of the Wind
and
King
3B.
around her sword, releasing high-pressure air in the blink of an eye.
So 3B is good with Saber then, right?
Hammer of the Wind King, dealing a devastating blow to the enemy. When using her ultimate, Saber will deal damage to all enemies and turn her basic attack into enhanced basic attack. Her enhanced basic attack can damage all enemies and provide Saber with a certain amount of core resonance. Also, during battle, if the sum of Saber's energy and the energy she can regenerate via consuming core resonance exceeds the amount of energy she needs to use her ultimate, Saber will immediately take action.
So if you replenish core resonance in as many ways as possible, you can use Excalibur more frequently.
That's right. Not only does this sword bear the King of Knights past, present, and future, but it also represents the noble ideal that was held in the hearts of the countless soldiers who once followed her in battle. All right, that concludes Saber's introduction. Now we'll move on to our next otherworldly heroic spirit, Archer.
Oh, seems like Archer cares
Archer
about
time.
this Holy Grail war very
Archer
much.
time.
He put on a new outfit, too.
He even changed where his accessories go. Those decorations he had on his chest are now on his shoulders.
What sharp eyes you've got, dear guest. Archer's new outfit was also personally designed by Mr. Takashi
New
Takeuchi.
outfit.
It has the classic red and black look. The sharp contrasts, reminiscent of a blazing
FOMO.
fire in the deep night, imbued with a
FOMO.
dangerous allure. The combination of the long trench coat with skin-tight combat gear emphasizes his lean figure and
Okay.
is the perfect fusion of attractiveness and strength.
Wow.
You got that right.
Archer is
Director,
so cool, guys.
show us the game footage already.
Okay. Holy! Baseball bat, not messing around. That's a skill, okay.
I am the bone of my soul.
Wait, he got English?
Unlimited blade works.
Wow!
So that's Unlimited Blade Works?
English
Quite
voice.
impressive indeed.
Okay.
After all, Archer is a seasoned
Okay,
veteran
that's
of
how
war.
it is.
I am the bone of my sword.
What is Alec doing?
That sentence sure brings back a lot
Wait,
of
so he got
memories.
two ultimate, is it? I'm a bit confused.
I agree.
I thought he got two ultimate.
So then let's take a look at Archer's combat performance in detail.
Okay. Archer is a quantum character following the path of the hunt.
Okay.
When he uses his basic attack, Archer can deal damage to one designated enemy.
An archer in close combat. That's pretty gutsy, I'll give him that.
Oh, should you need a cipher?
That's right. But Archer hasn't exactly slacked off on his marksmanship training since coming to Penacony. When using his skill, Archer will
Okay.
consume 2 skill points to enter the circuit connection state,
Wait,
dealing
2 skill
damage to
points?
one designated enemy. While in the circuit connection state, Archer's turn will not end after he uses his skill.
Oh, you
And
need
he
sparkle
can
then.
continue to use his skill until he runs out of skill points.
Oh,
Heads
you
up.
need sparkle.
The more times you use his skill
Oh.
consecutively, the more damage Archer
keep
deals
using
to
his skill
enemies.
points.
After all, everyone knows that a dual-wielding fighter
Uh-oh.
who can't use
Sparkle.
the noble phantasm isn't a good
Keepers are in
archer.
shambles.
When using his ultimate,
Okay.
Archer will recite the classic chant to activate Unlimited Blade Wax, dealing damage to one enemy.
Apart from damaging the enemy, Archer's ultimate also grants him special charge. After any of his teammates' attacks, Archer will consume special charge to use a follow-up attack against the enemy targets, while also recovering 1 skill point for the team.
Oh, in that case,
Okay.
there's no need to worry about running out of skill points again.
He just couldn't help himself and had to use his favorite twin blades.
When he uses his technique to enter battle, Archer will deal damage to all enemies and obtain special charge.
And that's a wrap on Archer's introduction. Now, I have big news for everyone. From when the Collab event starts on July 11th and until the
Okay.
end of version 3.6, Trailblazers can log into the game to claim the limited 5-star Collab character Archer for free.
Free!
Nice.
Awesome!
Free, dude!
We
Oh
hope
my
that under
goodness!
Archer's protection, every adventure that
Why
the
can't
Trailblazers
Saber be
embark
free?
on will cleave open
Why is
the
Archer
dark
free?
clouds and become a saga sung throughout the cosmos.
Free!
We also hope that your encounter, or for some of you, a reunion, with the servants across this vast universe will bring you all wonderful memories in the days to come.
Oh, yeah! How about
should make
that?
Clara work.
The free new limited 5-star character mentioned during the anniversary celebration is finally here as promised.
Actually, there's even more!
More?
Later this year, Trailblazers will get another brand new limited 5-star character totally for free!
Oh, awesome!
Another
But
free?
let's keep our eyes on the present for now.
Later
I'm
this
not
year.
quite done yet. Besides claiming Archer for free,
Okay.
Trailblazers can also directly obtain a set amount of character enhancement materials for Archer.
Wow, how thoughtful.
Free?
Yeah, this version's got a lot of characters
Wow.
to level up after all.
Another
All
one?
right, now let's check out the banner details. Once the collab starts on July 11th,
Okay.
Trailblazers can use Star Rail special passes in the character collaboration warps Excalibur Excelsior and
Endless
the Bone of My
Coronation.
Sword to obtain the limited 5-star characters Saber and Archer respectively. In the
Wow.
Light Cone collaboration warp, Trailblazers can get the limited 5-star Light Cone, a Thankless Coronation.
Okay,
from
who is getting
Birth
the
of
Light
a
Cone?
King, and the limited 5-star Light
Light
Cone,
Cone, all right.
the Hell Where Ideals Burn from Red Radiance of Fuyuki.
This is so
In
cool,
addition,
man.
pity counts are shared between the character collaboration warp banners and also separately shared between the Light Cone collaboration banners, but neither carries over to other types of warps.
Okay.
It's worth mentioning here that the character and Light Cone collab banners will stay open long term after the event starts.
Long
Does
term.
long term mean even after versions 3.4 or 3.6 wrap up, you can still pull Saber, Archer, and the limited 5-star Light Cones?
Exactly.
What?
These collab banners will run across multiple versions with no fixed end date yet.
Oh, nice!
And here's one more piece of
No
news
FOMO?
for you all. Throughout the entire duration of version 3.4,
Okay.
using Star Rail special passes for your warps will bring some special limited time discounts. After the collab event starts,
Spend
when
total 200
Trailblazers
Star
spend a
Rail
designated number of
to
Star
claim.
Rail special passes, they can directly obtain the limited 5-star Light Cone, the Hell Where Ideals Burn.
Throughout all of version 3.4?
So I need to do 200 pulls, is it?
In
Star
other
Rail
words,
special
after
passes.
the 3.4 update and before the collab event starts, any Star Rail special passes used in the banners for Finan or other rerun characters will still count toward the total, right?
Yep, that's correct.
What?
Oh, yeah!
200
And now,
pulls.
as the collab kicks off, the voice actors for Saber and Archer have some things they'd like to say to all of us. Let's take a
Wow,
quick break,
free to
and
play?
then
By the
back
way.
to hear their special messages.
これからマスターになる開拓者の皆さん、こんばんは。
Okay, use the
聖
code,
和役
use the
の
code.
カスメヤコです。
Use the code.
崩壊スターレールとフェイトステイナイトアンリミテッドブレードワークスのコラボが間もなく開催ということで、私もとてもワクワクしています。この2つの作品には
FOMO
どこか似ているものがあるなと感じました。
ETJ
剣を手に運命と立ち向かうセーバーの姿は厳しい冒険の中でも前へと進み続ける開拓者の姿と似ているのではないかなと思いました。収録中はフェイトとスターレールの世界観が混ざり合い、新たな魅力が生まれていくのを感じました。あまり多くは話せないのですが、セーバーがスターレールの世界でどのように信念と理想を貫いていくのか、ぜひお楽しみください。このコラボがたくさんの皆さんに楽しんでいただけたら嬉しいです。星々と聖杯が交わる旅の中で、あなただけの熱い思いとロマンに出会えますように。それでは最後に、開拓者よ、あなたが私のマスターか。
これからマスターになる開拓者の皆さん、こんばんは。フェイトステイナイトでアーチャーを担当しております声優の諏訪部純一です。崩壊スターレイルとフェイトステイナイトアンリミテッドブレードワークスのコラボが間もなく開催となります。赤い九兵はあまたの世界を旅してきましたが、ピノコニで繰り広げられる聖杯戦争は彼にとってこれまでとは全く違うものになるのではないでしょうか。崩壊スターレイルの世界でアーチャーが戦う姿が見られるのが本当に楽しみです。おなじみのキャラクターたちが未知の銀河で自分をどのように再定義していくのか、その行方を ぜひ見届けてください。収録の際にアーチャーの戦闘シーン見せていただいたんですが、アンリミテッドブレードワークスの演出がとってもかっこよかったです。いや、気に入りました。素晴らしかったです。今回のコラボ企画の中でもアーチャーのかっこよさ存分にお楽しみいただけると思いますので、絶対にプレイしてくださいね。これはまたとんでもないマスターに引き当てられたものだ。
Alright! Big thanks to our voice actors for those thoughtful messages. With the Honkai Star Rail and Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works collab about to launch, we want to take this opportunity on the program to sincerely thank all our partners in this collaboration. We would like to express our sincere gratitude to Mr. Kinoko Natsu and Mr. Takashi Takeuchi for their unwavering support from the earliest planning stages to the final implementation.
Wow.
And thank you to the Animation Production Committee and everyone else involved for all their hard work on this collab.
Y'all are much appreciated.
Honestly, it's
Save
only with this
200
kind
pool.
of dedication that we can bring you all the ultimate joy!
In order to showcase the Holy Grail War from multiple angles and levels, the organizers say that they've also prepared another combat-filled program, Fate Stay
The
Night.
first quote is wrong.
It was a night with no wind and no moon under the cool breeze of Penacony. The Trailblazer met the red-haired Lancer destined to cross their path.
So
He
how
stepped
long
forward,
does this last though?
raising his
Because the
spear
banner lasts
and
quite long.
uttered that iconic line.
The goddess of beauty is the most peerless beauty of them all.
Ah, so it's that red-haired Lancer.
You got it. After the sweet dreams in the Holy Grail War tournament, the genius Skullum made some modifications to the Holy Grail. Now, the Grail can load
Acheron
the simulated
versus
data of past striders through the user's memories.
Yanjing.
So in Fate Stay Night,
Yanjing
Trailblazers
won.
will face off against many familiar and old friends.
Yanjing
in
won
intense
against
one.
Acheron.
He won! He won! He
Yanjing-
won battle!
Yanjing
Each
won.
contestant starts with
No way
unique
Yanjing
skills
won
and a set
against
amount of
Acheron.
health. Losing a round means losing health. And when your health hits
Yo,
zero,
Yanjing is that strong?
You're out.
Wow.
Is there a smart way to beat your opponents?
Any Yanjing
At the
hater?
start of the game, Trailblazers get some free pieces,
Okay,
each
okay.
with different classes that grant different buffs. You can merge identical pieces
Huh.
to upgrade them. The higher the piece's rarity, the stronger the buff. Pieces of the same class have bonds between them too. Collect enough pieces of the same class, and you activate special bond effects that give you a serious boost in battle.
Wow.
Looks like bonds are super important
Wow.
in this Holy Grail War, huh?
Absolutely. And that's not all. Trailblazers
not
can
all.
also acquire noble phantasms during battle for extra help. Plus, during combat, Trailblazers can have the chance to get 3 command spells. Using these spells grants additional buffs.
Command spells, huh? Well, I'm curious. What role is the Trailblazer playing this time?
It's player.
This Grail feels kind of off. Forking hell. Could it be corrupted?
You right on the money. Trailblazers can increase the Holy Grail's corruption level to unlock extra buff mechanics. The higher the corruption level, the more points you earn when you win. Heads up, raising corruption level also powers up your enemies. So watch your step, Trailblazers.
Oh, but don't worry too much. After all, this is a reality show competition, and just for entertainment. The organizers of Fate Stay Night have also prepared a special Protected Mode competition. In Protected Mode, Trailblazers can fight using trial characters, and enemy strength is toned down.
Ah, this way, new Trailblazers can jump in and fully enjoy the Holy Grail War experience.
Skip button make you happy.
The production team cordially
Really?
invites everyone watching to stay the night. Experience some epic battle action.
And score yourself some stellar jades and other awesome rewards.
Now, just a quick reminder, this Honkai Star Rail and Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works collaboration is split into 2 parts. The Trailblazer Continuance, Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail, and the event, Fate Stay Night. The Fate Stay Night event will open for play on July 11th. The 2 programs stand on their own, so Trailblazers can dive into each separately.
Awesome! So much content!
All right. Big thanks again to our 2 guests. That wraps up today's Fate Collab Update.
Presenter, your mission is complete.
Wow.
It's all part of the job. Anything
Wow.
for the Trailblazers. So, Trailblazers, my honored
That is
masters,
so
let's meet
cool,
again
man.
in version 3.4. See you there.
We hope you'll stay the night.
Bye-bye.
See you next time, guys.
See you next time.
Bye.
What do you guys think? Huh?
あるのではないでしょ
Joy!
Is it cool or not? They are making hard with this one. I'm quite surprised that these two are.
Oh,
Version 3.4 collab till the end of version 3.6. You can claim Archer.
awesome!
We hope that.
So you'll be there for quite a while.
Every adventure that the Trailblazers embark on will cleave open the dark clouds and become a saga sung throughout the cosmos. We also hope that your encounter, or for some of you, a reunion with the servants across this vast universe will
The
bring.
banner will last for
I'm
quite
not
long,
going to
right?
a lot of characters to level up after all.
All right. Or to obtain the limited where ideals burn from Red Radiance of Fuji.
The collab will be available for a long time after its launch.
In
Long
addition,
time.
pity counts are shared between the character
So you don't have to
collaboration
put
warp
it
banners
immediately. You
and
can
also
wait.
separately shared between the Lightcone collaboration banners. But neither carries over to other types of works.
So you can wait whenever you want.
Okay.
It's worth mentioning here that the character and Lightcone collab banners will stay open long term after the event starts.
Does
Long-term.
long term mean even after versions 3.4 or 3.6 wrap up, you can still pull Saber, Archer, and the limited 5-star Lycones?
Exactly. These collab
Wow. Wow. Is it permanent? Well, I don't think it'll be permanent, but for now there's no like end date yet. There's no end date yet, but if I have to guess, maybe it will last the entire year, right? You thought there would be 3 Fate characters? That means there's no rerun. Who cares about rerun? If you don't want them, then you don't want them, right? What do you mean? What do you mean you want rerun? Rerun, rerun. There's only rerun. It's not. It's you don't really need rerun, right? Rerun is a waste of space. They can do different collab in the future. In the future, they can do Nikkei collab, right? They can do Blue Archive collab. Why would they rerun? They can do a different collab. They haven't determined the end date yet. Yeah, but if I have to guess, I don't think it will last forever, right? Like it wouldn't last. No, there's no. Eventually, a new collab is gonna come, and then yeah, that's just gonna be how it is, right?
collab banners will run across multiple
Yeah, that's
versions
gonna be-
with
that's
no
just gonna be
fixed
how it
end
is.
date yet.
Oh, nice!
And here's one more piece of news for you all. Throughout the entire duration of version 3.4, using Star Rail special passes for your warps will bring some special limited time discounts.
So this one is Star Rail special passes, right? That means it has to be the the currency, the one for the red up one, right? I can't check it right now, but there's standard banner and there's special banner. You have to use it for the red up banners one. So that's pretty much what it is. They should do a Nier Automata collab. Nier Automata collab. You're surprised that isn't that FOMO?
After the collab event starts, when Trailblazers spend the designated number of Star Rail special passes, they can directly obtain the limited 5-star light cone, the hell where ideals burn.
But just because the collab lasts forever, doesn't mean this one lasts forever. This one you have to pull. If you want this light cone for free, you have to pull version 3.4. During version 3.4, you have to spend 200 pulls. So you have to pull for final. You think you're the one dude? Now you're forced to get dude to get a free dude light cone. So if you, let's say you pull for Saber, right? Let's say you get lucky. You get Saber in 20 pulls. You get lucky, right? So now you need to spend another 180 pulls, and it has to spend in version 3.4. You have to do 200 pulls against your will. Okay? Now you might be thinking, okay, who should I pull then, right? You have to pull for Final. Who else can you pull, right? Finon, Who's the other three? I forgot. Sunday, is it? Sunday, Finon. So yeah, your force against is pretty much limited to those choices. Where's the banner? Firefly, everybody already got Firefly, right? Jingliu, everybody already got Jingliu. Blade, nobody cares about Blade. The other three character is Tribi,
Our characters.
Sparkle, Sunday.
Treeby, Sunday, and Sparkle are coming.
So there's 6 plus 1 final banner. Unless so if you want to benefit from this, right?
Now, as the collab gets
Spend a total of 200 star rail special passes to claim the collaboration exclusive 5-star light cone. Now, of course, you can choose to not care about this if you don't care about a 5-star light cone. But I would say getting a 5-star light cone for like a rebate system is... Yeah, I'm not sure if Archer is even that meta, right? We'll see how it is. Time to get the monthly pass. The monthly pass, is it going to be enough though, right? Maybe it's enough. Pull Finon and Saber, you already have enough for that light cone. Unless you get them early, right? If you get them early, then maybe, you know, maybe you win early and stuff. Unless your Saber lose 50-50. I don't know if there's 50-50 in that banner or not. Who is better, 3B or Sunday? 3B is better for AoE characters like Castaris, who else? And the Herta, right? If you got Castaris or the Herta, then 3B. Sunday is good, but less for AoE, right? E1 3B. E1. If the Lightcon can be used by other characters, then you're okay with that. Wow, using this Lightcon for other characters. That's a Hunt character, is it? Huh. There's going to be... Sunday is good for Agleia. Sunday and Saber. Yeah, you can probably do Sunday and Saber, maybe, right? I can see that. But Archer will need skill points. So that's going to be a different one.
When Trailblazers spend the designated number of Star Rail special passes, they can directly obtain the limited 5-star
cool.
light cone, the hell where ideals burn.
So yeah, so you have to consider whether you will get this or not, right?